Hello and welcome to Supernaturally Healthy Live, my weekly workshop and mini training where I help you to create one supernaturally healthy life. Yay! And apologies for those of you that joined me last night. I normally do these at 6 o'clock on Tuesday evenings, but for some reason the technology just decided to not work. So I've rescheduled it for today. And today what we're going to be talking about is how do we stay healthy in the festive season. So we're going to be looking at alcohol, weight gain, binge eating. What are the things that you can do to enjoy the festive season? Enjoy eating, enjoy those feasts and those Christmas dinners, have a really lovely time, but also feel really good. I'm not here to tell you, oh, just eat celery instead of twiglets. No, the whole point, I think, of Christmas and the festive season is to enjoy your food, is to feast, to enjoy family time, friend time, and to have some treats. So, just noticing the craziness of my hair. So that is what we're going to talk about today. But for those of you that do not know me, hello, I'm Kezia Hall. I'm a holistic health coach. I live in Scotland. I run Supernaturally Healthy and I help people just like you to eat awesome food and heal their bodies. So I talk to people about their poo, their periods, and their relationship with food. So you can find out more about me over at supernaturallyhealthy.co.uk. My life is there. You can read my own story. But really, I came to do this and came to do this business and this work with people because of my own health journey from being ill and quite a sickly child from very, very young, spending time in consultants' offices and doctors not really knowing what to do with me, to then growing up and realizing that actually there's some really simple things that I could do that make a huge difference to my bowels and my hormones and my energy and my skin and all of that sort of good stuff. So that is a little bit of why I have come to it now. I work with people on a one-to-one basis. I run a group program and all that sort of good things. So, but what I want to talk about today is how we can flourish and thrive in the festive season. Really, really important that we do this. It's really important that we enjoy this year. I know sometimes I can talk to clients and people in my community and they're kind of like anxious about Christmas. They're anxious about eating. They're anxious about Christmas dinners. They're anxious about gaining weight and all of these sorts of things. So it's really, really important that we are really at ease with the foods that we're eating, and we're really, really at ease with the approach that we have to food during this time. It's so, so key. So that is what we're going to be looking at a little bit today. We're going to be looking at, number one, alcohol, because it's something I feel like I get asked about quite a lot is, should you drink alcohol? How does alcohol fit in? We're going to look a little bit at binge eating and how that kind of plays a role, because often Christmas can kind of be linked in with just binging, and I think binging in any sort of sense never makes us feel good, no matter what time of year it is. And we're going to be looking at generally how you can kind of flourish and thrive during this festive season. So I just heard some funny noise outside. The downsides of having a home office. I wonder if that was a doorbell. Well, I'll soon find out. I don't think it was. I do get my veg box delivered once a week, so I'm wondering if it might be my veg box people, but I need to figure that out. So anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. So we're talking about, let's first look at alcohol. Now, I didn't used to drink alcohol probably for a long time, probably till I was like maybe mid-20s, 23, 24. I got into it. Before then, I was just hardly ever drank because I didn't really like it. So in general, we all know that alcohol is not great for you. It really adds an extra burden onto your body. It's a form of sugar. It messes up your blood sugar levels. It causes you to gain weight. And I'm imagining that, this isn't news to you. You know that. But I, like you, love a good glass of red or some whiskey or some good gin. And really, I think around the festive season, it's just about being conscious and aware around alcohol. And also to really focus on alcohols that aren't going to have added sugar to them. So, you know, even your gin and tonic, your tonic's got added sugar that you're going to add into it. You're going to have rum and ginger beer. You've got the ginger beer that's that added sugar. So the best tip I can give around alcohol is to steer clear of any of the sugary mixes that you might add to your alcohol mixing, and stick with things like straight spirits and wine, and always consume alcohol after you've eaten a good meal or with a meal, because that will really curb the effect on your liver and the effect on your blood sugar, and that's really, really important. So that's my best kind of alcohol tip, and the rest of the time is to make sure you enjoy it, but also just be aware and conscious of how much you're consuming. I'd really recommend that you don't drink every day for a prolonged period of time. So maybe think, for me, I know I will probably drink alcohol on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then the day after Boxing Day is my birthday. So I'll probably have 4 days where I drink alcohol straight, but then I'll probably take a break for a couple of days, and then I'll have drink some more alcohol again at New Year's. I don't particularly drink a lot of alcohol. I don't feel great when I do. But it's really, really important that you kind of find that balance with it. So with alcohol, avoid the sugary sweeteners, the extras, stick with wines and spirits, always consume alcohol with a meal, and try not to go like 2 weeks of having alcohol every single evening. It's just really great to give your body a little bit of a break. So number 2, weight gain. How can you avoid weight gain? Well, the simplest thing I can say is going by my ebook, Eat and Be Merry. It's my festive ebook filled with recipes for things like Yule log, mince pies, chocolate, Christmas cake, and it's all about eat, be merry, and ditching the Christmas belly. So in it, I talk about how can you enjoy Christmas, how can you feast without becoming the size of a house, without gaining that, you know, average 8 or 10 pounds that most of us gain. How can you do that over the Christmas season while still enjoying food and not being the weird one that's like eating celery at Christmas dinner, because that is no fun. So if you are worried about losing weight, you can 100% can enjoy Christmas, can enjoy feasting whilst still without gaining tons of weight. You know, my skinny jeans that fit me before Christmas fit me after Christmas, because it's really, I've got a couple of key strategies that you can implement really easily that still mean you're enjoying awesome food, but you're also going to be helping to stabilize your blood sugar and support the body. So make sure you click the link above, the ebook Eat and Be Merry. You can find it there, and it's only £8, comes with loads of recipes, a reset meal plan, and tons of strategies that you need. All the recipes are gluten, dairy, and sugar free, so they're perfect for like a free from menu. And honestly, all the feedback I get about things like my Yule log is people have no idea that it's gluten free and refined sugar free. So weight gain, make sure you head and get the Eat and Be Merry ebook. And let's talk about binging. I wrote a post about this actually, I think probably a year or so ago, so I'll maybe link to that above. But I would really just encourage you to feast, but not to binge. And I know that's easy to say. So how do you not binge? So binge eating is when you're eating often in secret, often to the point of feeling ill and out of control. And binging is really often about numbing another emotion or another pain, or about punishing yourself, or making yourself feel bad. And so it really is quite a big topic. So if you feel like binge eating is a real issue for you, then maybe, even before Christmas, look at maybe getting some professional help around that. But something I find really helpful with often binge eating can start with people just being really, really hungry. So over the Christmas season, one of the best tips that I can give to people is that you have 3 proper meals a day, and you start the day with a proper, awesome breakfast. So if you eat good amounts of fat, good amounts of protein, good amounts of vegetables throughout the day in your 3 meals, you're going to find that come evening or whatever time it is you binge, you just are not that hungry. Often binging is triggered by a low blood sugar level, and that causes you to just eat anything under the sun, and then once you've started, you just carry on. So if you make sure that you're eating a lot of healthy fats, healthy proteins, good amounts of fibers, good amounts of healthy carbohydrates, and you're eating 3 proper meals a day, a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner of a decent size, if you do that, you'll probably find that the binging reduces, or that the amount that you can actually binge on reduces because you're eating proper foods. And binging is often triggered, yes, by emotions, yes, by either wanting to numb out or to punish ourselves, which is a deeper psychological issue and values going on, but also often by the fact that we're hungry. And when you're hungry, you want to eat a lot of food, don't you? It makes sense. So really, if binging is an issue for you this Christmas, kind of really dedicate yourself to eating 3 proper meals a day. Really, really helpful that you do that. And that's one of the best tips that you can do. Often I find with clients, if they're stuck in a kind of binge eating cycle, it's often because their blood sugars are dropping, they're getting really, really hungry, and that hunger just triggers them off, plus the emotional component. And once, like Pringles, once you start, you can't stop. And then the self-loathing follows and the guilt. And it's just not very fun, is it? It really isn't. But if you also really want a lot more support in terms of getting healthy and creating a healthy mindset, creating a healthy body, sorting out your hormones, sorting out your weight, then also I have, there is about 48 hours left for you to join me for my 2018 retreat. So I'm running a retreat called the Flourish Retreat in February of 2018 up here in Scotland. And, oh, hi Ellie, hello. And the early bird offer for that ends November the 30th at midnight. So if you want to join me on the retreat, this is probably for those of you that have been on the supernaturally healthy scene for a while. We kind of know each other well, and you want to come and spend 3 days in a luxury retreat so that we can make your 2018 your healthiest, most flourishing, most free, most enjoyable, most energized and smooth and beautiful year ever by taking just 3 days to relax, rest, eat a really awesome menu that I cook for you guys, and really create a bespoke plan of action, which is what we'll do in the one-to-one and the private sessions during that retreat. So that's in the link above. The early bird offer for that does end soon, and I might hop on tonight or tomorrow and share a little bit more of the details around the retreat. So I hope that has been really helpful for you guys. If you're watching this live or watching the recording and you have any questions, either about alcohol, about binging, about weight gain over the festive season, feel free to put them below. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. And otherwise, I will be back next Tuesday at 6 p.m, technology allowing, for another supernaturally healthy live. Otherwise, make sure you grab the Eat and Be Merry ebook, link above. Or if you want to go deeper with me and really transform in 2018, make sure you join me for my retreat. Again, you can click the link above and ask me any questions you have below. So sending you lots of love, and I will see you next week for another supernaturally healthy live. Bye.